So I don't think it was ever presented as the Veterans Service Commission saying you can have one or the other. Ted Kalo said to us, priority-wise, what is your priority?
Yes.
So I think if it was presented to us one versus the other, we couldn't have both. I think there would have been a very different answer. So,
Well, we had all kinds of veterans there.
Because that was a trick question.
It was one
How the
question.
hell can you have a Valor home there and not have St. Joe's?
Yes.
And asking me which one would I rather
You
have?
have to have both.
Well, naturally, if you're gonna build a house, you need a foundation.
Well, that was a tough day.
And that was voice for the
And, you
veterans.
know him for Valor Home.
Okay.
You know him for Valor Home.
Well, if
I've
you're
been
for
behind
Valor
it
Home,
before you were even on it, and a lot of others.
Mr. Childress, I think what he's saying is there's a difference between a county commissioner asking the veterans what priority should we have versus you, the Veterans Service Commission, who should be fighting for both of them.
Exactly.
That's what
There you
he's
go.
saying.
But the point is, if St. Joe's is going under, Valor Home will be too.
The commissioners meeting, we had over 50 veterans, so Jesse and the rest of them were there. We made a formal request, and the commissioner said, well, it's not time for the budget yet, and besides, we got a leaky roof in the parking area, and we gotta take care of that. So they put a leaky parking lot before veterans.
Right.
We came back again and tried to get into the budget cycle
Right.
to make sure. 50 veterans at that meeting voiced their opinion that they wanted the Veterans Service Commission to
Right.
move over there.
The only thing I can say to start is I wish we had this many people at every single meeting.
That's not a
Let's
simple.
do it to get more
Yes.
feedback. That's what we
That
need.
ain't no.
But to answer your question as far as the blame game, I'm still not quite certain what you're referring to. If you're referring to the issue at hand that's been in the newspaper, we cannot comment on that.
You know, I wish I was more adept at reading what has gone on, but the fact is if we had an opinion, we had a choice to make, are you in a position to recommend, or are you in a position to criticize?
Well, no, I mean, it's open subject for debate and it should be discussed. Yes.
I'd like to know if the commissioners will provide us a complete audit of all money spent for every single Lorain County veterans, every single one of them, and every single chapter, VFW, DAV, every single one of them. And we'd like to know if we can put in a request for Chapter 20 for $300,000 to finish our building so we can actually do something for the veterans in our neighborhood.
You
We
asking,
need vans, we need electrical, we need to be brought up to code.
We don't
We're
do
spending
that.
more time
are
reading.
you asking for money from the Veterans Service
For the
Commission?
veterans for a Chapter
By
20.
law, we cannot give another
How do we
agency
do that?
money.
Because we don't know.
You can't go through Veteran Services.
By law,
We
we're
can-
prohibited from giving you
So
money.
how do we request that? I
We
don't-
can discuss that at a later date, but
Request
I do not know how that would be accomplished.
Well, someone has to find out. Either we get an attorney to find out for us, because this is not going anywhere. We're just frustrating the veterans. They need to have some resolution here. And it's clogging up, and you look like the bad guy right now.
Can you, since it's open to public records, we are public, can you please tell us why he was released?
I can't comment on that.
He works for us, right?
I cannot
Is he
comment.
still with Veterans Service? You know, they want to. County office.
Any answers?
Wait, I got another question behind that question there. How can you hold two positions?
How can I hold
You
two
need to
positions?
step down, sir.
Because he's not being paid.
That's a good legal question.
Integrity, you
Because
need to
he's
step
not
down.
being paid
Right
for his
there.
time. Okay?
Contradiction.
Now, you know, young lady, I've always treated you with respect.
No, you have not.
Yes, we
No,
worked
you
together
have-
out.
I was in there after I had my degree. So I'm not gonna try to,
What
you
was
were
I crying
crying.
about?
That's all I'm gonna say, sir. You were crying.
You were providing
Mr.
every
Childress,
little
keep some
tidbit
minutes.
of information out of me you could about Chapter 20 of Fair last year.
Who are you referring to?
You! With my wife last year. I was
Because
there also.
first time here, why hasn't there been a change?
Right. No
He just
confidence,
took over by
right?
himself.
No confidence whatsoever, huh?
Right?
Because they've been pulling.
What?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, again, we'll let folks here who've been here.
There's
Been around the block.
And that's all he's gonna do, tiptoe.
Who
That's
keeps
all you're gonna do,
minutes?
tiptoe. And nothing is gonna get fixed, sir.
I'll thank you for your comments.
Who keeps minutes?
I'd like to bring up this.
Yes, Mr. Hill, could you stand up so everybody can hear?
Man, you can't see me?
That's all.
But my question is, I know you, well versed in the sunshine law, hopefully. I intend to pursue this because on July 18th, after the meeting, you, Samaki, and Mr. Dickerson held another meeting after this regular meeting. And that is a violation of the sunshine law. Three of you guys, that's the majority, three of you guys met together behind closed doors. That is a violation of the sunshine law.
That is correct.
Considered a
If
meeting.
it's true. Guys, let's listen to Leon.
No, there is no executive director. But he just said you're running the office without pay. So technically, your title is not executive director, but you're running the office. So you operate in that capacity.
That may be the case.
That has to be the case.
Not if I'm not in yet.
Well, unfortunately,
Not if I'm not in yet.
well, you're not in yet, but see, you can't politic with someone who works for a politician. So here's what I'm trying to tell you: don't talk around it. If that's the no, I just do. If that's the case, that's fine. But don't try to pull a wool over these guys' eyes. I think their question was simple. If you're in that position, that's completely fine. But don't talk around it as if you don't know. So as of right now, you're the potential acting supervisor of County Veteran Services, and you will take that position without pay. Because that's what I derive.
That's true.
There it is.
We'll leave it true, but it's not official.
What happened
Okay,
to Don
that's-
Davis?
Go ahead, John.
I said we're
So he has to be taking minutes.
I know there's an attorney here, and you said that you had minutes from the previous meeting.
We always do, yes.
Okay, so is there a formal public records request with those minutes?
You following?
Or are you
We'd be more than happy to just give you this.
Okay.
That's not a problem.
Who is taking the minutes?
You're asking about my integrity, down there, Mr. Hill, and I did not, you're asking my integrity. And you're telling me about, we had a meeting after this meeting, you're going down here, I'm tired of you people coming in here.
You
questioning
people,
my
what the
authority.
hell you mean, you people?
That's the respect that you give to us when you're in the meeting. Everybody else is coming here pounding on us for what?
You ain't doing nothing. You ain't doing nothing for us. That's why we pounding on you. You represent us and do stuff for us, then we'll be happy. Then we won't come in here and gripe. Or we say, hey, you're doing a good job. Thank you for looking out for veterans. But you're not. You're looking out for yourself. Look out for us.
That's right.
Get out of the way, man.
That is not true. I want to ask Leon, I want to ask Leon a question. About the St. Joe's Hospital.
Sure.
We have to go back to the county prosecutor's office, and what I want to know, can we take the $2 million that we have in that budget right now that's left over and put that into a private organization, into South Shore Management? Is that legal to do? That's the question that needs to be asked here.
Private organization.
Who owns that hospital?
On South Shore.
Right, can we take and boost up South Shore, a private corporation, to boost them up with $2 million of our taxpayers' money?
I want you to go back to what I said about 5901-36. And to be honest, I met with County Commissioner, I'm not trying to throw her under the bus, Kokoski, and handed her the law to tell her this, along with Mayor Rittenhour. That money could be used towards, and here's a key word, the VA. What's the major tenant in that building? VA. It can be used to expand. It can be used to purchase. You even can donate land to the VA. So take South Shore out of that equation and just use the VA. So for your question, I'll answer. And again, I'm not an attorney. I'll say no to South Shore, but I will say yes to the VA in St. Joe.
There is absolutely a mechanism to do that.
5901-36.
Right, to
It's
prep
in
up
there.
that private corporation.
But I think you're misunderstanding. We have $2 million in that budget. That money is still belong to us as veterans.
Right, and I would never tell the guys.
And we're not, that money is still there. That money's not gone. It's not gone away.
Right.
Our budget sets down to what we budgeted into that budget, and we got to make that budget a legitimate budget.